Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm just pre-filming a bunch of videos. The end of the month or the beginning of a month, there's so many videos to film. I'm going to say this in a couple of videos and then I'll stop saying it. But what I've decided to do is, before I go on to what I've melted the second half of June 2018, I want to let you guys know that I have decided that one video in particular I'm going to just do seasonally. So kind of like my Throwback Thursdays seasonal edition, so winter, spring, summer, fall. I'm going to do my non-wax empties, winter, spring, summer, fall, and broken down just the same way as I would do Throwback Thursday. So you're not going to see a non-wax empties now until the end of August, beginning of September. Yeah, beginning of September, because for me, September, October, November, I consider fall. So every 3 months, I'm going to save up my empties and do one big video, just because there's so much content at the very end of the month or the very beginning of the month that there's one less video to have to do. And then when I do one, you'll really see what I can go through and and of course what I would repurchase and so on. So moving on, this of course, as I mentioned, is what I melted the second half of June 2018. So we go any too far. We have Throwback Thursday. This already has a review on its own. This is Aquis's Ginger Mango. That is this candle here. There already is a review up on my channel with that. So there is that. So I'm not going to go into details, but what I will say right now, we're nearing the end. It will be likely done the next day or two. The wick base has shifted closer to this, like our side of the jar. So obviously once it liquefies the wax right down the bottom, it loosens the glue and shifts. The other Throwback Thursday one here, which is it is burning. It's tunneling at the moment, but otherwise it's doing fine. Otherwise I have no issues, and I don't have no problem with the tunneling. I'm certain root will just correct itself. It always has in the past. So that's root. Pineapple Papaya, also a Throwback Thursday, also has its own review on my channel. Next candle, I'm not going to go into detail because I'm going to do an entire video on its own of this candle. That is the Root Beer Float from Bath & Body Works. So I burnt it down here. I'm not going to talk about it right now on this channel, but just want to let you know that I have been melting this. And of course, as I always try to do, I've melted beyond the 50% mark. So I can come to you guys with a full-on honest review as always. So stay tuned. Again, I don't know which video is going up when, but there will be a dedicated review video of Root Beer Float. So that I also melted in the latter half of June. All right, on to the things I didn't complete. So June was predominantly Rose Girls, and then I threw other things in too, like, Rose Girls, and then I had whatever. I kind of sort of picked little bits here and there. So with that said, we're going to, like I said, we're going to start with the items that I melted but didn't completely finish. So this was a couple slices of a mini, or a half pie, sorry, of Rose Girls, 2,500 calories, which is warm sugar cake donuts, raspberry jelly, and whipped cream. This is lovely. This is very nice and sweet. The throw, I'd say, was only about a 7 out of 10. I wouldn't say this is one of my strongest throwers from Rose Girls. Rose Girls normally does very well in my home, and less is more generally. So there is that, and still got some more for another time. And then, oops, oh, hi. Oh, there we go. All right, this also was a couple slices of a half pie, and that I cut up because I find if I don't cut my wax up, I won't use it. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there. I'm certain there's lots of us out there that do that. I'm like, oh, I'll just use something that's easier. So a lot of times I'll just kind of cut them up as I can. So again, Rose Girls. This is the lemon cotton candy ice cream cake. This is really nice, and quite frankly, this is really strong. I found that where the 2,500 calories got about a 7 out of 10. I'd say this is about a good 8.5 out of 10 scent throw. But then again, lemon to me, pretty much anyone's lemon throws pretty far for me. And don't mind, I forgot. my C batteries for all these little lights have been dead, and I keep forgetting to buy some more batteries at the store. So that's why the lights aren't on. Trying to do the ambiance with the candles. All right, so next up we have blackberry raspberry jelly donut. This was good. I only melted it one time during the course of the second half of this month. It wasn't as strong as I'd like, but I only put 2 little cubes in each. So I'm gonna try, no, I just said less is more, but I'm gonna try that down the road when I do try this, try to remind myself to maybe put a little bit more into it. I melted this in 2 warmers in my great room here. So that's my kitchen, my living room, my dining room, hallway. And it smelled okay, but I'd probably only give it a 6 for strength, which again, like I said before, Rose Girls normally gives me a lot more strength. Okay, these next 2 I melted together. I never melted them as individuals. I melted them together, and may I just say, pat on my own back, I'm certain other people have probably figured this blend out. I'm not the first one. I didn't see anyone, but I'm certain I'm never the first one to blend anything. But Blue Hawaiian and Serendipity was fabulous. Blue Hawaiian and Serendipity's got a lot of cherry in it, which I'm not a huge fan of cherry, and so that's why initially I took the Blue Hawaiian. I'm like, oh, I needed to take something with the Serendipity. I mean, I could have done Gilligan's Brew or like a marshmallow or something, or cotton candy, but I wanted to go with the Blue Hawaiian because, again, it's another scent that I'm not used to ever having tried. They're both very strong on their own, but the Blue Hawaiian's got like they both have a lot of fruits to them. This one I feel it has like a little coconut to it. I just feel like this is a good fruit punch. So I found that the strength was about a 9 out of 10 when I put a couple of cubes of each scent into my wax warmers. Try not to put that too close to the flame, so don't want to burn. And the last thing that I didn't completely finish, but it'll be going into my melting basket for the next month. There's just 2 chunks of my custom from Hayden Row, which was a huge loaf. I'm just down to a couple slices now. It's coconut cream, pink sugar, and lavender field. I exclusively melt this one in my bedroom. I put this into its bag, and anyway, I love this in the bedroom. Hayden Row's great. I know lots of people have been hauling Hayden Row these days, so anyway, I think it's great, and I would recommend it. I don't think she does the really, really big loaves anymore, though. Not like she used to, especially in summertime too, because summertime things have a tendency to melt. But anyway, I really enjoy this. I've given some to friends in the past. I exclusively melt it in my bedroom, like I said before. All right, the one candle that I completely finished, and oh my God, look at the soot. The soot is bad, folks. But this thing smelled amazing. This is Georgia Peach. This is the Throwback Thursday. There's already a review on my channel on the Georgia Peach. Now, I had this size candle and the other candle, which I burnt the first, I guess, anyway, long story short, you'll see the other candle I burn alongside of that at my month end. The whole roundup empties. So anyway, this particular candle, I just wish it was a little bit bigger, but it burnt, other than the sooting. Yes, it's horrible. But other than the sooting, this smelled so awesome. It was really good. So anyway, long story short, I love Georgia Peach. It is a staple in my home. I do enjoy that very much. Now let's get on to some clams here. I melted violet sugar exclusively in my bedroom. Loved this. The scent was nice and strong. It's sensationals. And you know, when I go to Walmart next time, I got to remember to take a photograph because it is so pathetic what my local Walmart has for wax. I am appalled. It's so embarrassing. I have none. Like, it's so sad, and I want to help my friends out who can't get items. So, I mean, I have like 10 cents to choose from to send them now. It is brutal. I will have to remind myself to take a photograph and post on Instagram or something. Or if I can vlog it, when no one's looking, I can vlog or something, just to show you how pathetic my local Walmart's wax aisle is. It just got so small. Anyway, next up, Better Homes and Gardens limited edition vanilla bean buttercream. This is awesome. This was a gift sent to me by my friends in the States. This smells so good. It smells like a vanilla cupcake with a definite vanilla bean buttercream. It's so authentic to its name. I love it. It made me hungry. Yum, yum, yum. And it was super strong. This one here, I was pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure what I was gonna what it was going to be to me, because some people are like, it's like cleaner lemon, then some people love cleaner lemon, and then some people are like, I can smell the basil, or some people are like, it's all I can smell is basil. Well, I melted one piece each time, because I do recall everyone reviewing this saying that it was super strong, so I only melted 1 cube each time I did melt. And this is a beautiful balance of a really, really great freshly squeezed, very tart lemon with beautiful basil or basil, like muddled together, like muddled basil with lemon juice. Just, it smelled so good. Like this was great. 1 cube, I could see this blowing people out with 2 cubes in a room. Unless you're working with fish in your kitchen and you need to clear that sucker out, this would definitely be recommended by me to use for that reason if you need be. It was great. I wouldn't hoard it. It's not hoard worthy, but I really enjoyed it, and I got a good blend of the 2 scents. So, rainbow candy cream soda. I had this on my first half of the month. I had melted some, and then I melted the rest of it the second half. It's just too sweet, not ooey gooey sweet. It's just too like sugar sweet for me. It was very nice, very strong. So that's not a problem. Well, even smelling it, actually, it smells weird with the plastic. Ugh. I'm not a fan of this one. I know lots of people who love this though, so don't get me wrong. Every nose is different. That's just my own opinion, but just too like sugar sweet, teeth gonna fall out kind of sweet, not ooey gooey like caramel. This one here, melted the cashmere and pear. It's the older like scent shot from Sassy Girl Aroma. And this is from my order back that I received in April of 2017. Now, I don't know if you guys can see. There's so much oil in here. And when I melted this, I definitely got more of the cashmere than the pear. That's for sure. I definitely got more of like a florally warm, ambery type scent than the pear. It wasn't my favorite scent, but what I will say is when I did pop, I used the freezer method to pop my wax out. So when I popped my wax out, I split this in half and used it in 2 different warmers. When I popped this out of the wax warmer once frozen, it left so much oil, but at least it didn't stain. I will say that much. It did not stain, but they left a lot of oils in my wax warmer, so of course I had to go behind and clean that out before I put anything else in there, because obviously it will probably blend in with whatever scent I put in and just funk it up kind of thing. So I wouldn't repurchase this. It wasn't my favorite scent. I remember I left home and I came back and I was like, yeah, this is definitely more floral for my liking. So, and then I'm just going to go through the bags here. My friend Heather gave me this Sassy Girl Salty Sea Air Black Sea Black Coconut. This is beautiful. I really loved it. It was like one of those, I think it must have been a sampler pack she received last summer. I think it's when she was like trying out the Salty Sea Air, but I don't think she enjoyed this one, but of course I love black coconut. I chopped this tile in 4 different chunks and melted it in my bathroom exclusively, and it threw really, really well. And of course I love black coconut. My friend, oh yeah, Ramona. Ramona sent me this, the Fillmore, which is from VCS, and it is sugared elderflower champagne lemon. I did not enjoy this one. Sorry, and it's not because I'm so grateful for Ramona sending me this. It's not because of that. She knows me. She knows I'll tell her the truth. She knows I'll tell her, and I expect the same when I send her stuff too. So I knew right off the bat it was a really nice large coins, like what VCS normally does, but there was something, must be the elderflower. I don't enjoy. So the elderflower and I didn't get along, and then when I split this in half and used it in 2 different warmers, it is very strong. Of course, as always, the scents that you don't necessarily enjoy the most are the strongest. I'd say that I never smelled elderflower before, but based on the scent note descriptions, elderflower is definitely the dominant note that I got from this. Not my favorite, but if you're into florals, I think you would really like that. So we have a bunch of Rose Girls I actually finished, you guys. Oh my god, I'm so sad. Summer Vibes, Blue Raspberry Lemonade, Strawberry Daiquiri. This was really good. These are chunk bags that I went through. I think all of them are chunk bags, yes. So this is really, really good. You know, some of the chunks are so big I have to cut them in half. It's almost got a fizzy note to it. This one had more of a fizzy note likeness to it. That was really good. I would likely repurchase that down the road. Alice Gone Wild, Honeydew, Cotton Candy Frosting, Mango, and Gilligan's Brew. It wasn't my favorite. I mean, I have Honeydew, I have Cotton Candy, I have Gilligan's Brew. The only thing I'm missing out of this is the mango. It was okay. Wasn't the strongest. Yeah, I definitely got more Honeydew than anything out of this one. I likely wouldn't repurchase this myself. But the nice thing about mini melters that she sells on her website is that you can pretty much kind of blend your own thing and have your own like fun time with it. Nilla Strawberry Noel. This is a fan favorite. I will say though, I have said this before in many videos that I was like, I don't understand the hype, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it was just like the day or whatever. I was melting the last two pieces. These again were chunks. I was melting the last two pieces and I was like, oh my God, I could lick the air right now. So go figure. I'm like, what is all the hype about? And I'm like, I melted it before and I was like, it's okay. But I will say the last time I melted it, I had two chunks and going in two different warmers. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know whether I was hungry or it just kicked in that I like this. I would buy a chunk bag. I would buy one chunk bag more. I wouldn't go crazy. I wouldn't get a half pie or anything like that. But I will say that, not that they're anything similar at all, end of story, but my brain immediately goes to Casper because that's exactly how I felt about Casper from Super Tarts. Not that, again, they don't have the same scent note descriptions at all, but when I melted Casper for the first time, I wanted to lick the air. I wanted to eat everything in front of me. Like, it smelled so good. And I will say about these last two the chunks, I should say, that I melted in this, I felt the same way. So my brain just works in mysterious ways, but that's what it reminds me of. So if you like the Nilla Strawberry, you might like Casper, although totally different scent notes, but bakery nonetheless. Total repurchase, would buy a half pie in a heartbeat. This is strawberry peppermint coconut milk. I've been saving this for summer. And I didn't even make it to the heat of the summer. I melted all of my cubes in this. This is beautiful. I would definitely, I've cooked a Gilligan's Brew, a peppermint. I just need some strawberry, I guess. It wouldn't be the same, but this is beautiful. I highly recommend this. Threw like crazy, loved it, melted that one exclusively in my bedroom. Lambeau Leap, which is Green Bay Packers thing. I'm not into football. I have no idea about football. I'm certain someone down below in the comment section will say something, but they were yellow and green, which were Green Bay colors, and I'm sure Lambeau Leap is a name of something. I'm going to say someone's last name is Lambeau and this person's a great leaper. I don't know. I don't know. But this was okay to me. It kind of reminded me of Sweater Weather a little bit from Bath & Body Works. These are mini. This one was a mini melter. I use these exclusively in my bathroom. So I like this, but I wouldn't repurchase that. But I think that she made that specifically for something that Green Bay Packers, and I'm not quite sure. Again, I apologize. I'm not into hockey. On the other hand, I will definitely go head to head on a hockey chat, but football I just don't know about. Pear Pleasure, which is pear Macintosh apple, which I actually have both these in mini melters, which I will likely try in the fall. This was lovely. Let me see. I think the Mac apple came out first. Yeah, the Mac apple came forward first, but very, very close behind the pear. This is a lovely blend. I think that these two go really, really well together. It's a true Macintosh and a true sweet, almost overripe pear. If you guys have had a pear, you know what that's all about. It's kind of like, bananas do the same thing. You got like raw and then you got overripe bananas, but an overripe pear and a Mac apple. And last but not least, oh sad, I melted through my Rainbow Melts Blackberry Mango Fizz, which is very, very similar, but not exact to Chicago Outfit from Vintage Chic Scents. So I love this. This is strong. These are butterflies. They were gorgeous. I have repurchased that from Crystal. I would repurchase that from Crystal. I hope that maybe she'll make that again before summer next year, and I'll purchase some in preparation for that. All right, you guys, that is everything that I've melted the second half, which actually doesn't look to be as much as my first half. My first half I went like balls to the wall, but I think it's because these bags were emptied. I was able to empty all of them. So anyway, moving on, as always, you guys, thanks so much for watching and taking the time out to watch. Take care, be safe, and have fun, everyone. Bye.